ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90. If you do too much, I'ma do the almighty. You know I got it, you know I'm a legend. You know I'm the one, I do not come in second. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We bout that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready.
We've got a rematch from Week 6, where the Bears snapped a 4-game losing streak to the Packers. Chicago's defeated Green Bay only 4 times in the last 23 meetings, but they can get the sweep right here on Sunday night.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Byron Pringle now to return it. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They will be led out by their now 44-year-old quarterback playing in his 22nd NFL season. Unbelievable. The great Tom Brady. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Brady. And this one caught by Beasley. The completion there winds up a rush, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. He finds Watson. It's gone. And he'll just shy of the 40. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On play action, Rodgers out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
On second down now. It's Montgomery. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine all that size and beef that they could let a tackle through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold. On to. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taking it about the 16, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And they have secured that spot in the playoffs, clinching the NFC North Division, in fact. So for the moment, they would be hosting a wild card game in round 1. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Robert Quinn in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Got a man. That's Lazard. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And the pressure gets to him again. Robert Quinn has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And Crosby puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. 30. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. 5 plays there on that drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our about set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So, and it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. On play action, it's Rodgers. On the move to his left.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They fake the give. Now Rodgers rolling to his right. Touchdown, Packers! Rob Gronkowski hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Brady's throw here pulled in by Beasley. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Brady now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Brady. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Meanwhile, Brady's throw there complete to Mooney. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady throwing the out route incomplete. It's Griffin.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Shotgun now for Brady. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
Steps away to his left. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards. Passing on the season, just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards...
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On play action, now Rodgers steps away, and it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes, and the Packers add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll make it 2nd down. To throw is Brady. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Brady to throw again. He hits Beasley right side. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback. And the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the 1st half.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Rolling to his left. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
To throw is Rodgers. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he dives forward, and he is going to have the 1st down with that effort. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, it has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. On play action, Rodgers out to his left. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there outside of the pocket and on the money. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Rodgers going to throw. On the move to his left. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 22, Brady. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady. There's Mooney with another catch. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Brady's throw complete here to Kmet. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, it's Montgomery, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 9. Here's Brady to throw. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And they finally bring it down, but he reaches the 16. It's a big play there for Green Bay. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers rolling to his left. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Rob Gronkowski with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Brady now on first down. Caught by Montgomery. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he finds Montgomery complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On first down, Brady. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again, it's Brady. They'll get this underneath to Montgomery. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. If they want to force, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Brady. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. Touchdown Bears! Cole Kmet, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds Watson. It's gone. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Rodgers throwing here. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So it's a Green Bay victory. When you break it down, this was just a thorough and dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is.